no reason left to protest. Look in the eyes of the enemy, pull the trigger, have no regret. So open up your eyes, look into the lies that you fed every day till the day you die. Look how they're going where they've always wanted you. It's time to fight back, it's time to hold out, it's time to break out. Cause all they ever wanted was your mind and soul, so it's time to fight back, it's time to hold out, it's time to break out. Fight alone, I feel lost, there's no way home. Walking on glass, forgetting the past and everything I've ever known. There's nothing left to mend, no reason left to defend. We take up arms, join the fight, and we try to pretend that there's some honor in this. Die bracket, there's been no balance since the dark age. Now listen to them. Now that they're going where they've always wanted, it's time to fight back, it's time to hold out, it's time to break out. Cause all they ever wanted was the mind and soul, so it's time to fight back, it's time to hold out, it's time to break out. Need to fight alone, I feel lost, there's no way home. Walking on glass, forgetting the past and everything I've ever. We won't stand for that. You can't break us down. We won't stand for that. You can't break us. Won't stand for that. You can't break us down. We won't stand for that. You can't break us. Left me to fight alone. I feel lost, there's no way home. Like walking on glass, forgetting the past and everything I've ever. Left me to fight alone. I feel lost, there's no way home. Walking on glass, forgetting the past and everything I've ever. We won't stand for that. Break us down. We won't stand for that. You can't break us down.
This is Wicid TV and we are
Clear the Auditorium.
I'm David and I do synth and vocals.
I'm Matthew and I do guitar.
I'm James and I do bass.
Hi, I'm Beth. I'm from Wicid.tv and I'm new with Clear the Auditorium. Thanks for coming back, boys. Did you enjoy your song that you did?
Yeah, it was great. It was cool to be in a sort of. It was more of a different experience to gigging, doing a sort of recording.
Yeah.
Because if something went wrong, we could just do another take. It was great. But yeah, it was good.
And you're a member short today, aren't you? Did that affect your performance at all?
Oh yeah. Our drummer couldn't make it to the performance, so
it was his birthday, so he went shooting for his birthday.
So we ended up using a drum machine. So it was odd because we use a bit of drum machine in our tracks sort of anyway in places. So it was something that we're not really too
used to doing.
Wasn't too new because when we play to a synth track anyway. So we're used to playing in time with the machine sort of thing. So.
And you play different music to most of the bands we've had in the battle. How do you think that, affects your chances?
But what wanted to do when we started this band was to offer something sort of different in the local area, and yeah, something new and a bit different from the norm sort of thing.
Because there's like quite a few bands that do the traditional setup, and we thought, you know, David utilises the keyboard. He's always been a big keyboard player, and you know, we were sat in form class one morning and we were listening to like my iPod to Pendulum, and we were like, I really want to start a different band, something that's not really known in the local area as much. So I think it was like a couple of months after that you bought your first synth, didn't you?
Yeah, I won it in an eBay auction actually, my first synth. So.
And then we just started the band up, see how it went, and roped James in here, our bassist.
Went through a lot of changes in lineup. We've had like 3 drummers now. Yeah. And we've recently just got rid of the singer, so we're looking to get a new one, hopefully soon.
See what happens. But it's been a weird first year as a band. We haven't really hit the ground running.
It's been a bit start-stop, yeah.
Yeah, because we went on a hiatus for
4 months, I think it was.
4?
We went 4 months without a drummer and we did nothing, so we haven't progressed as much as we would have liked to, so we're trying to pick up the pace now and do as much as we can to catch up with where we sort of could be. Yeah.
Because you do such different music, I'm sure a lot of people who would like to get into doing electro would like to know how you go about writing your songs, if you could give us some tips.
We usually start with a synth line on a sort of repeat and then write guitar over it. And
yeah. It's like our practice is really based around the synth, because we have to play along with the synth anyway. He usually programs it in before the practice, and you know, we get to the practice then. Caleb, our drummer, usually writes a beat in his head, gets used to the feel of the actual song thing. You know, David sort of points out what genre or what, you know, thing he wants to go for in the song, and me and James usually just write around it, see what we come up with, see what fits best, really.
We end up with some really sort of quite unique sounding stuff, so yeah, it comes out well.
And we have like a page on Facebook that we have private, so we can just sort of record our own sort of riffs or whatever and upload it there, and that'll help.
We flick ideas around online, so it's, you know, it's easy to transport our ideas to each other.
And where are you guys from?
I'm from Merthyr, so I'm a bit further afield than everyone else.
I'm from Ponty, and
I'm from Church Village, so just outside Ponty.
And our drummer is from Unisable. Unisable. I always get that wrong.
So do you think that where you're all from affects what you write about and the sort of music that you play?
Well, I think just all of us being from the South Wales sort of area is definitely one of the best music scenes in Britain. It's great, and there's so many great bands have come from both the areas. Like obviously you've got like Lost Prophets from Ponty, you've got the Blackout from Merthyr. Every area's got its own little sort of success story. So it's good. It's something. Gives a bit of inspiration, really.
Yeah.
But obviously the distance in where I live from the rest, and as James said, we often use like online to put ideas to each other. So it doesn't really negatively affect writing in any way.
And plus you're Dav's in our school anyway, so James isn't, but still.
So yeah, it all works out. It's good.
Would you like to give yourself a little plug and tell us where people can find you?
Yeah, we got a Facebook page, as most bands do. So if you want to have a search, clear the auditorium, trip up that then. Yeah, just give us a search on Facebook. We got a Twitter, we got a YouTube where we upload.
We don't really use the Twitter much, but still.
No, we haven't used Twitter much, really.
And finally, do you think that because you are so different, that's going to get you more support from the local area, or do you make you stand out, or do you think that it might hinder you a little bit?
Well, we hope so, that it'll like make us stand out a bit.
We haven't really gained much support as of yet, have we?
We it's quite a controversial thing. It tends to be quite Marmite. People will either love mixing rock and electronic, or people will be like completely against any sort of electronics at all. There's not very many people that are in between, is there? It's a love it or hate it thing, really, with electronic music, I find. Yeah, so it can go either way, but the good thing about it is it does tend to attract two different crowds. Like, you'll have the rock people and the sort of more electronic people, and it gives it a sort of middle ground in a way. And if we can attract the attention of two different sort of groups, we think that's probably a good thing to work towards.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, thank you very much. This is Beth, and these are Clear the Auditorium, and that's a wrap.